students, welcome to the session. This is Sweta, your English master teacher at Vedantu. I hope everybody is doing super amazing. So today we are here with, I think this is the third session of ICSE grade 10th in one shot. And the chapter that we are covering, that we are going to cover today is A Face in the Dark, right? So one shot revision of A Face in the Dark, right? So let us begin with the super amazing session, guys. The super amazing story, which is one of my, favorites from your chapter, from your syllabus, A Face in the Dark, right? It has got multiple layers of interpretations. I hope you have already seen in the previous videos where I have explained all the levels of interpretations that you should go through, that you should understand or cater to while undergoing, while actually studying this chapter, right? So I have covered the chapter in both the channels, Hindi as well as in English channel. Please go through complete discussion on this chapter. Please follow both the channels because the approach was completely different. So please do have a look in both the sessions, right? So guys, now we will be beginning with the extract based questions as you will be asked in your board exams, right? So this is the extract, guys. Please read the extract properly so that I am not going through. I'm not going to read the entire extract for you because that would be really very time consuming. So, but after the session, I would recommend you strictly to go through the extract so that you know your text well, right? So, Mr. Oliver, an Anglo-Indian teacher, was returning to his school late one night on the outskirts of the hill station of Shimla. The school was conducted on English public school lines, etc., etc., right? Eton of the East. Okay, Mr. Oliver had been teaching in this school for several years, etc., etc., and then he's a bachelor, usually strolled into the town, returning after dark, where he would take the shortcut through a pine forest, right? So this is just, I think it's from taken from the very beginning of the story, right? So let us see what are the questions, what can be the questions that can be asked from the beginning of the story. Why was the school where Mr. Oliver worked called the Eton of the East? Very, very, very important question, guys. Please prepare this question well. This is a very important question. You can definitely expect this question in your paper as well. So the answer to this is Eton of the East. I mean, Eton was a very rich English medium school in Berkshire, right? So there's a comparison of the school where Oliver used to teach with this school. Okay, rich English medium school in Berkshire, right? That was the name of the school was Eton. So definitely here it is Eton of the East because it is in Shimla, right? So therefore Eton of the East. So there's a comparison between Oliver's school, Oliver's English medium school, and that school which was there in UK. Okay, so his school was also, now why is this point, what is the point of comparison here? Of course, the English medium school and the students were also from wealthy families, right? So it was rich English medium school. Here also the students were from wealthy families. They were supposed to wear caps, blazers, ties, and also it was an English medium school. So these are the points of comparison which made the author remark this school as the Eton of the East. Okay. What did Oliver generally do in the evening? What did Mr. Oliver generally do in the evening? Very simple question, guys. He usually strolled into the town to visit the Shimla Bazaar with its restaurants and cinema. The bazaar was only 3 miles from the school. So that is what Mr. Oliver used to do. And I want the answers, guys, in the chat box. As soon as I show you the questions, the answers should quickly come in the chat box, right? So guys, before proceeding further, let me make a very important announcement about Vedantu Target Aims 2021 to 23 course. You can definitely be a part of this transformation and start early with Vedantu from 21st of December 2020 to 30th Jan 2021, Monday to Saturday. And this is the registration link, guys. So please go forward and get yourselves registered. And if you want to join us and be a part of our Vedantu family to gain 100% knowledge and 100% marks, you can have unlimited live classes with fun and high-level quizzes. You can compete with the students throughout the world. You can have interactive replays with live quizzes and leaderboards. And the content that is there, you can download those content and you can have the handwritten notes of the master teacher. So the problem of notes which the students have, right? This problem is absolutely solved in our class. Yes. So you can also solve all your doubts. So doubt solving and notes, these are the major issues that the students face. No more problem, guys. No more doubts keeping, piling up, because we are there to solve everything with the help of our special team of class teachers who would be there present inside the class to solve your doubts. So your doubts would be definitely addressed to live in the class, and after each and every session you are going to get quality assignment solving, which would definitely help you to score superb marks, guys. Okay? And you can also have, quality tests. So we will also give you the performance report of those tests, so that will be really helpful to you. Next is, you will also avail 5,000 plus micro courses and free crash courses for competitive exams. That too in less price, guys. This is the link in the, it's given in the description box and pinned comment, and you can use the coupon code SWREPRO, and that is going to give you the discount price of 2159 for a month and 5599 for 3 months, guys. And that comes down to 11 rupees per class for a month and 9 rupees per class for 3 months. And that is even cheaper than a packet of Lays. So hurry up, guys, and join us in our platform. Be a part of our Vedantu family. Please visit the link in the description box and pin comment. Use the coupon code SWREPRO. Okay, resuming the session, guys. Next is, when there was a strong wind, the pine trees made sad, eerie sounds that kept most people to the main road. From here till, what are you doing? So to the point where he meets the boy, okay, the faceless boy, remember? So that part of the extract. So let us quickly see what are the questions that can come from this extract. Why did the people keep to the main road instead of taking the shortcut? You know the answer, guys. Please come on in the chat box. I'll show you the extract. Okay. Because the pine trees made sad, eerie sounds that kept most people to the main road. Yes. So because of the atmosphere, because of the supernatural atmosphere that was created, right? So yes, the shortcut passed through the pine forest, and at night the strong wind seemed to howl and the leaf rustled. So that was the noise created by the leaves because of the strong wind. Okay. All this created an eerie and frightening atmosphere, right? Frightening atmosphere, eerie atmosphere. So people avoided taking the lonely shortcut and followed the main road. Very simple question. Okay, very simple question. And then let us move to the next one. What thought ran through Mr. Oliver's mind when he saw the boy? Very, very simple. Chalo. Please tell me the answer in the chat box. Let's see how many of you can answer this. What are the points that you can say in this answer, guys? Please mention in the chat box. Okay, please check your answers, guys. When Mr. Oliver saw the boy, he immediately thought that the boy was a miscreant from the school, and he was also certain that he was absconding from school because boys were not allowed to leave the premises after dark. Right? So that was the immediate thought that came in his mind when he saw the boy. Simple. Next. But even as he approached the boy, Mr. Oliver sensed that something was wrong. The boy appeared to be crying. So here, that's that point when he had, he actually encountered, he had that encounter with the boy, and they had this conversation. I mean, it was a one-sided conversation, of course, etc., etc. And then, oh, come on, boy, you shouldn't be out at this hour. Tell me the trouble. Look up. So till this point, he had not realized that the boy did not have, face. Okay, so this is just the Mr. Oliver trying to converse with the boy, right? That point of the story. So question is, why did Mr. Oliver's anger change to concern? Okay, why did his anger change to concern? See, his anger giving way to concern, right? It was a strange soundless weeping because the boy was crying. Okay, so that would be the answer. You have to elaborate on that. Let us have a look. Seeing the boy crying so strangely in the dark, all alone in the forest, made Oliver concerned. And he asked him to tell him what was troubling him and to look up. Very, very, very simple question and very simple answer. Moving ahead, guys, moving ahead. Why did Mr. Oliver feel uneasy? What was strange? Let us have a look. Mr. Oliver felt uneasy because the boy was weeping strangely. He was crying silently without sound, but his body was racked with silent sobbing. Okay, so in these answers, guys, whenever you're answering these questions, even for the previous one, when you were talking about the airy sound created by the pine trees, then here, when he is weeping strangely, you also talk about the supernatural atmosphere created in the story, right? We have talked about this in our previous video lectures. So please visit the previous lecture where I have explained the supernatural atmosphere and add a line or two, okay, from that particular point. So please, guys, this is very important. So this is something which you need to add here, and that is how you are making your answer very different from the rest, because most of you will be giving this answer only, which is directly given in the text. But those of you are going to say one extra line from that supernatural atmosphere, because that is going to suit here in this answer appropriately, right? So there, those students are going to make their answers stand out from the rest, right? So whatever extra you know, please try to show your erudition a bit, okay, your knowledge of it. So that would definitely show your understanding of the text. That would definitely impress the examiner, and that is an added advantage. Okay, so I'm already giving you the points where from you have to exactly take. I have discussed this in the previous lecture, so please go through that, right? Next extract is the boy looked up. So here the boy finally looks up, and Oliver realizes what was wrong with the boy. So this is completely that supernatural the supernatural happening that happened with that actually took place, okay, that Oliver faced. And that's where the story should end. Okay, so it was just a smooth head with a school cap on top of it. That's where the story should end, as indeed it has for several people who have had similar experiences and dropped dead of inexplicable heart attacks. But for Mr. Oliver, it did not end there, etc., etc. He turned and scrambled. So this is where the first incident ends, right? He turned and scrambled down the path, running blindly through the trees and calling for help. Okay, so this is the first incident. This is where the first incident ends. So let's see what are the questions. First of all, the question is, why did Mr. Oliver tell the boy that he should not be out at that hour? Very, very, very simple. Because the boy was a student from the school where he taught, and boys were not, allowed out after dark. So that is why he was, concerned about that, and he said that, you should not be out. Why did the torch fall from Oliver's hand, and why was his hand trembling? Okay, so here also you can talk about the, element of suspense, element of supernatural, naturalism. Okay, all these points you can add. Okay, so from the previous video lecture where I have discussed at length the elements of suspense and elements of supernaturalism, right? So when he saw that boy, the boy had no eyes, ears, nose, face, he was horrified. So when you are saying that he was horrified and frightened, after this please add that element of supernatural, the element of mystery, suspense, okay, horror. Okay, I have explained all these in the previous video lecture, so please go through that. Take these points from there and add this in your answer, right? So please create your answer in that way. Next question, next extract is, he was still running towards the school buildings when he saw a lantern swinging in the path, okay, etc., etc. And last, the wind blew the lamp out and Mr. Oliver had his heart attack. Okay, so this is the final, the ending of the story. Okay? So let us have a look at the first question. What did the watchman ask Mr. Oliver? Please tell me your answers in the chat box, guys. Hurry up. Very simple. Why was he running? And if there had been an accident. So that is what he was asking Mr. Oliver, right? What was strange about the watchman? What happened to Mr. Oliver when the watchman raised the lantern to show his face? Okay. So when the watchman raised the lantern to show his face, what happened? The watchman had no face, just like the boy. He had no face, no ears, no eyes, no nose. He had no features, not even an eyebrow. Seeing this strange and weird thing, Mr. Oliver fainted in fear. So here you can actually talk about again the horror, the mystery, and supernatural element or supernatural atmosphere created. And also you can talk about the other level of interpretation, right? So you can also talk about the psychological interpretation, which I have again explained in the previous session where I explained the entire story, but in one line. Okay, just in one or 1 to 2 lines. Okay, not more than that. So please take this thing from the previous video lecture, right? So that is again the trick to make your answer different from the others. So I hope you understood how to approach your answers in the exams, because we have done a lot from this chapter in the video lectures. When I was explaining you the chapters, we had actually done a lot of theme, lot of a character explanation, then apart from that we talked about various interpretations of the story. So you know so many things, right? But when these questions come up, you forget to add them. You directly give your answer, whatever is there in the passage, you directly write that answer, right? But those of you who can actually take points from there and include them in your answer appropriately in suitable places, not everywhere, okay, they will be definitely getting extra benefit or extra, they will be impressing the examiner, right? So please try that. That should be your approach to answer these type of questions, right? So guys, I hope you understood, and I hope now it is much easier for you. So please visit the link in the description box and pin comment. Use the coupon code SWRETRO. And I'm looking forward to see you join our sessions very soon and be a part of our Vedantu family very soon. So if you think that these videos are helping you out, the one shot revision is actually helping you out, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video amongst your friends, and also if you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Bye bye, take care. We'll see you again in the next session.